Maybe the obvious one, Todd, just the idea of playing with a couple of new line mates and what could be somewhat of an elevated role, but just the idea of what it's like playing, the three of you.
Yeah, I mean, I played with Lindy a little bit last year on the power play bunch, so pretty familiar with him. And then with Hubie, obviously he's a great player, had a great year last year, and like you said, a great opportunity for myself, and just trying to build as much chemistry and bring it first game of the preseason here.
How long do those chemistry moments take? Is that something that happens right away, or do you look at it as an ongoing thing throughout the season?
Yeah, I think there's going to be ups and downs, like anything, and I think you kind of nailed it on the head there. It's just going to take a little bit of time and just trying to get used to each other, certain areas, little plays, and just kind of go with it.
Now that you've got now you're into camp and a little bit, a full season here and everything else that goes along with it. Do you feel any different this time around as a veteran who's been through the long games, the big games, but now this probably has to feel a little different, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, selfishly, that's the first summer I've kind of had in 4 years almost. So coming into camp, I kind of got that little edge back and that excitement, and feeling as good as I've kind of ever felt. So excited for the opportunity, and I'm excited for this group of guys.
Last year, Daryl praised you as one of the true blue, straight-up finishers in the league, and obviously Huberdeau led the league in assists last season. That combo has fans kind of salivating. But what do you make of that opportunity before you?
Yeah, like I said, before even camp started, just seeing him kind of move around on the ice. He's a great skater. He's a big guy, and I think you kind of said it. Lindy and I right now are just praying to get into games and have the opportunity to play with such a great playmaker.
And you guys previously didn't see each other, that much through the regular season. But are there any tendencies of his that you've noticed just through a couple of skates?
Yeah, I mean, he likes to make plays. I think he can make those plays in tight areas, and I think his year last year kind of speaks for itself. So just being able to get the opportunity to kind of start with him and going to try and not let it slip.
Tyler, this time of year there's always optimism. Everybody feels probably pretty good to be here. But given the offseason and given what was already here, does it feel different in that room that there's an anticipation and a different level of excitement?
Yeah, I think it's all business from day one. We had our meeting yesterday, and I mean, you guys know how Daryl is. He was hard on us right from the start and wants perfection right away, and I think that's what we've kind of tried to bring the first 2 days of camp here.
And those new guys are probably in for it. That's a bit of an eye-opener, isn't it? Because
yeah,
you've been around them for
yeah.
so long.
No, it's different. It's a different experience, and he expects the best from you every single day, and he's going to hold you accountable. And the group of guys that we have in the locker room too, we're all going to hold each other accountable too. So I think that is kind of what makes us a good team.
What have been your impressions of seeing guys like Nazem and Jonathan Huberdeau integrate themselves, not just onto the team, but seemingly, at least from what we're seeing from the stands, into the leadership core?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously Naz has been through this before, going to a new team, and I think he kind of had an idea of what to expect. And with Hubie and Weegs and Runes as well, it's a little different. They probably didn't know a whole lot of the guys, and just trying to feel comfortable first off, and then bringing everything onto the ice with new drills, and could be a new pace from what they're used to on the ice, faster or a little slower. So I think the excitement for the first 2 days kind of almost got them through, and now that they kind of know what's going to be going on, I think they're ready for it.
What can, I guess, a longer summer do for a player coming into a camp like this? Because I know, from the outside, it's difficult to conceptualize, but physically and mentally, and all the things that you need to recharge after a long season. What can an extra week or 2 weeks or month do to help you?
Yeah, it's a nice little refresh. Obviously, it's not what we wanted, but selfishly, at the end of the day, it's just the way it kind of goes, and being able to take a little bit more time off, and then being able to train a little harder, a little longer. Like you said, just the refresh alone is nice. But coming back to training camp, missing the guys, not being with them for so long, it makes you more excited, and just gives you the itch to get back to it.
It was such a whirlwind when you got traded here, and I know it took a little while for you to get settled. Now that you're here to start the season, how much more settled do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the transition wasn't too difficult, knowing more than half the guys coming here from the start, and all that. So I think just coming here for a camp and being able to go through it with the guys and in a sense, get ready for war right away. So I'm excited, and I think we're all excited as a group.
I know we like to make a big deal about who should be captain on a team, and I know in your experience in the previous locker room you've been around a lot of leaders. How important is it from your vantage point to be on a team where you know someone has the C, or this guy has an A, or that has an A? What's your perspective?
I don't care. I don't think anybody really cares in our locker room, to be honest. I've played on teams where we've had a captain and 2 assistants, and there should be 10 other guys with either a C or an A on their jersey. So for me personally, I don't think it's a big deal. And in our locker room, I don't think we're very worried about those type of things. We're just worried about winning hockey games.
Tyler, what do the passes feel like that are coming over from Huberdeau in practice?
I mean, it's early. It's, not a whole lot of pressure and all that. So when we start playing games or doing more things in tight, it's, we'll go from there.